Well, hello there, it's Pam Carr here from Caraway Crochet, and as promised I am going to show you how to make this gorgeous cozy cowl. This is made with Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick yarn. It's a 6-weight yarn. It's 80% acrylic and 20% wool, and today I'm going to be making it. This is marble gray. I'm going to be using this oatmeal color today. Okay, so let's get started with the tutorial. So yes, today we are going to be using Woolies Thick and Quick. It's Lion Brand yarn. It's a weight 6, a super bulky yarn. I'm going to be using my handy dandy Q hook. You'll know that I use this quite a lot in quite a few of my patterns. 15 millimeter. This one is 15 millimeter. You'll need a pair of scissors and you'll need a yarn needle to sew in your ends. Okay, so let's get started. So to get started, we're going to make a slip knot. I like to make a slip knot. Maybe I should explain it a little bit more slowly just for people who are starting out. Wrap it around my finger twice, pull it over once, pull it over again, and then put your hook where your little finger's poking out there, and that is your slip knot. Okay, and for this cowl we are going to be chaining 37. So put the yarn over your hook. I always turn the hook and pull it through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to go right to the end and make 37 chains. And somebody asked, why is this yarn so stretchy? Why does the cowl look so stretchy? And the reason is we're making it on this 15 millimeter hook, and that makes for a very loose crochet stitch. Okay, so I'm going right to the end, 37 chains. So here we are, this is 37. Okay, now the tricky part here is that we're going to be joining this into one big loop because we're making this in the round. We're not going back and forth, we're going round and round and round when we make this cowl scarf. Okay, so we are going to have to keep this chain flat to do the join. So I like to keep my V's. See all these little V's? Just go down and keep your V's nice and flat under your thumb until you get to the end. And then you bring that last V here up to the hook and you put it through the hook. And we're going to put the yarn over the hook and pull it through where we just joined it and pull it through the very first chain we had. And now what we have is we have this loop, and this is going to be what we're going to be working on. This is our foundation chain. Okay, so just to do this, every row is going to be the same. So we're going to chain up 2. No, first row, sorry, is different. We're going to chain up 2, and then we're going to do a double crochet into each of these chains. Okay, so we're going to go into the chain and do a double crochet. Okay, you see it makes a bit of a gap, but that's okay. Now we look at our next chain. Here we are. We're going to go into that one. Okay, so yarn over, put your hook through, yarn over and pull it up, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2. You'll soon get used to this gigantic hook. Now here is our next one. See a little V there? We're going to put our finger in just so we see where that is. And we put a yarn over, put the hook through, yarn over, pull it up, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2. And we're going to double crochet into each one of these chains all the way around to the end. And we're going to stop there and I'll show you what to do when we get to the end. Okay? And here we are at the last one. Double crochet into our last stitch in the round. And you'll see how it looks. All of your stitches into the foundation chain. So now we've got to the end. This is going to be here, because this is the bottom and this is the top and this is the top. So we're going to go into the top of this chain 2 and we're just going to poke it through, yarn over it and pull it through there, and pull it through there, and that's another slip stitch. Now we're going to chain 2. I think it's chain 2, but we'll chain 2 just to start with, just to be sure. And my dog's going to just bark, I think. I might have to stop. But this is, yes, I'm house sitting some dogs, and the little dachshund, they're famous for barking. She's always barking. So I just had to stop there. So this is where we did our first chain 2 to do the double crochets all the way around here. We've got to the end, we've slip stitched into the top of that chain. That doesn't count as a stitch, okay? Now we've chained up another 2. This is going to be the beginning of the next round, but we're not counting it as a stitch, okay? So because we're not counting that as a stitch, we're going to start here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36. And then we're back to that chain that doesn't count as a stitch. And that's what we should have. We started with a chain of 37, and then we've ended up with 36 double crochets going around for the first row. So the special stitch we're going to be using for this cowl is going to be the Herringbone Double Crochet. So you'll see that that's what we're not counting. The first stitch is here. We're going to go into the top of this first stitch. We're going to yarn over, put it through, and pull up a loop. Okay, now we've got 3 on there. Now we're going to pull it through the next loop. We're not putting the yarn over there. We're just pulling it through. Then we're going to put yarn over and pull it through 1, and then yarn over and pull it through 2. And that's how we make a herringbone double crochet. So let's do another one, okay? Yarn over. Here's our second stitch. This is our second double crochet. Here's the loop go before that stitch. We're going to yarn over, put it through there, yarn over, and pull it up. We have 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we just pull it right through. We do not put the yarn over that time. Now we've got 2. Yarn over, pull it through 1, yarn over, pull it through 2. And as we make this, we'll see that they tilt. They start to tilt. Yarn over and put it into the next stitch. Into that stitch, yarn over and pull it up. Don't put the yarn over, pull it through. So we've got 2. Yarn over, pull it through 1, yarn over, pull it through 2. And these are going to be really leggy half double crochet herringbone stitches. Okay, and that's what makes our scarf so luscious and stretchy and beautiful. Yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through 1 and 2. Yarn over into the next stitch, okay? Yarn over and pull it up and pull it through. Yarn over, pull it through 1, yarn over, pull it through 2. And let's do one more to get you going, okay? Yarn over into the next stitch and yarn over and pull it through. So we've got 3. Yarn, pull it right through, sorry. Yarn over, pull it through 1, yarn over, pull it through 2. And here we go again. Yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over and pull it up. Pull it through the loop, so we've got 2. Yarn over, pull it through 1, yarn over, pull it through 2. And I'm going to work around. You'll see how it's slanting. And this is beautiful because every time we go around, it just creates this amazing texture. Okay, so I'll meet you around at the end of the row and we'll go on to the next one. Here we are. We have the chain 2 at the beginning, and we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36 herringbone double crochets, and we're at the end, and this is where we have that chain 2, and we're going to go right into that loop at the top and do a slip stitch to join it, chain 2 for our next round. And I'm going to lay this out so you can see. This is how it's starting to look. These fabulous herringbone stitches. And when you look at this big one that's finished, this is how it goes. With these fabulous herringbone stitches, they seem to go back and forth, back and forth. Okay, let's just check it out. So we have chained 2, and now we're going to start again. Yeah, so we're going to go into this one, this nice loop here. Yarn over and put your hook through into that loop, into that stitch. Yarn over and pull it up. Then we're going to pull it through the first loop, yarn over, pull it through 1 loop, yarn over, pull it through 2 loops. And that is our herringbone double crochet. Now we've got our next one here. Pull it up, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through 2. And one more time, yarn over into the next stitch here, yarn over and pull that thread, that loop through. Now pull it right through, yarn over, pull it through 1, yarn over, pull it through 2. We're going to go all the way around to the end. So here we are back at the end, and this time we get to go right into that final little stitch there for the 36th herringbone double crochet. Yarn over the needle, pull it through the hook, yarn, and then pull it right through. Just carry on, then yarn over the hook and pull it through, yarn over the hook and pull it through 2, and then we go to the top of the chain 2 and we put our hook through there, yarn over, pull it through, slip stitch 1 and chain 2, right? So we've slip stitched it together and we've chained 2, and this is how it's starting to look. Yes, so we have done the 1 row of double crochet. This is row 2, this is row 3. We are going to go until we finish round 11. So that means we will have done 10 herringbone double crochet rows and the 1 row of double crochet, which was our foundation to start. So I'm going to go away and I'm going to start making my rounds. So we've got 2 of the herringbone rows. We are going to make 8 more herringbone rows, so that will be 10 of them, and then this one is going to make it 11 rows. Okay, rounds we like to call them. So I'll see you back here after we have finished the end of round 11. This is 1, 2, 3, so we're starting on round 4, and you can see how easy it is to see these rows, to count them. Okay, see you back here. Okay, so here I am at the end of the 11th row round, and of course that's the 10th round of the herringbone half double crochet. But can you see how it's all tilting to one side? It looks really kind of different and very cool. So here's row 1, which is the herringbone, the double crochet, just a regular double crochet. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, you can see as we go up, 5, 6, sometimes you can go up the angle, 7, 8, 9, and then this is a 10th row of herringbone double crochet. And I'm right at the end. I've got 35 stitches done, and look, I'm so close to the end. Now, if this happens to you, just go back on the last round and tighten up your stitches a little bit, and that'll give you a little bit extra. If you're really, really short, you shouldn't be, because I have a pretty loose tension to my crochet. You can skip that last round and just make it 9 rounds so that it's 10 rounds altogether, because I think that really is not going to make a lot of difference to you. Okay, so we're going to do the last one here. Yarn over. As soon as I start shooting this video, that little dog starts barking, and you pull your yarn through, pull it through 1, yarn over, pull it through 1, yarn over, pull it through 2, and then we're going to attach it to the top of the chain 2 with a slip stitch, and I literally just have enough yarn to pull it off. So that's really, I have a very loose tension. So that all came out of one skein of the Lion Brand Wool Ease Thick and Quick. And it's a beautiful, beautiful cowl. Look at that. It's so luscious and stretchy. Look at that. Lots of give. So I'm going to put it on and show you what it looks like on. So here you see it on. And it's super stretchy, really nice. You can still put it over your head and make it into like a little cowl. I've got my end there. I haven't woven in my ends yet. So, and I've got my glasses on my head. So yeah, weave in your ends. Don't forget to weave in. There's only 2. And then you've got this beautiful cowl. It can either be worn like this, or you can wear it like this. And it's super nice. And I've got it in the gray as well, of course. I've got the gray one right here that I made first. So here's the gray one. And here it is around my neck. So yeah, I hope you really enjoy this tutorial. Don't forget to weave in your ends. I do have other videos showing you how to weave in the ends. I like to go in and out 2 or 3 times, okay? So I hope you enjoy making a cozy cowl, and let me know what you think in the comments. And please do subscribe to my channel and push the bell if you'd like notifications. And I'm so happy to have you here at Crochet Crochet with me. Thanks a lot for being here and all the love and support. And take care. Have a wonderful day.